So one thing that's been on my mind recently is YouTubers who make their way to the big screen. No, not that big. I'm talking about YouTubers on TV. For as long as old-ass business execs have realized that TV is a dying platform, they've been trying to convince people from the far more popular platform to come onto TV so that they can hopefully get a bit of that sweet, sweet money. The problem is that this doesn't work. Now listen, I've got no problem with YouTubers trying to diversify their brand. At the end of the day, if you're running a business and you want to diversify your brand, then that's fine. That's what a responsible business owner does. But my main point is that TV isn't the kind of place where YouTubers can become successful. The first reason why YouTubers fail on TV is just the people they pick. The people network TV picks to get their own TV shows are, without fail, only the most clean and popular people for their image. These people already have millions of subscribers, are incredibly attractive, and are the safest people for their image. Now, this seems like a good business decision, right? But there's one key thing that these people don't take into account when they put these people on TV. Their content isn't very good. These people's content just isn't very good in my opinion, and in the opinions of tons of other people. This content may work on YouTube, but on TV, where people have to sit down and commit themselves and expend more effort, then it just isn't going to work out. And they almost never pick people whose content would actually improve from a bigger budget. Imagine what someone like Germa or Tumat or Internet Historian could do with a TV show budget and crew. Instead, they pick people whose content is incredibly cheap to produce, or whose content otherwise really doesn't improve with the money. At least not as much as you think it should. An example of YouTubers using their bigger budget and format to do something they otherwise couldn't would be Smiling Friends. The animation in the show is interesting and incorporates other types of animation. The humor is really funny. Overall, the show is something that couldn't have been done by just these two by themselves, and I think that this is the best case scenario of a YouTuber moving on to television. To allow someone to do something that they otherwise couldn't and show a side to their content that we wouldn't see. The network TVs don't want that. They just want to bring in an audience and would rather just grab whatever name is big right now and shove it in front of a camera and tell them to be funny. The thing is, TV is doing that for a reason. It needs popular and recognizable stars to be on it because they need people watching TV. TV is an antiquated medium that's going under in the face of streaming. YouTube is rapidly outgrowing television and they don't want that. They think that if they take the people that people watch on YouTube and plop them on TV, then people will watch TV. But that's not the case. People don't watch YouTube because of the YouTubers on the site. People watch YouTubers because they're on YouTube. That's why the 12 billion websites who've popped up trying to be YouTube's competitors have all crashed and burned no matter who is on it. People go on YouTube for their content, and that's because YouTube is the future. People don't go to TV anymore, not when they can go to YouTube and find content to watch right on their phone. I had a family gathering recently, and at that gathering was my cousin's 7-year-old daughter. On the TV at the same gathering was SpongeBob, but she wasn't watching SpongeBob. She instead had an iPad that was watching fucking Hobby Family TV. Now why are kids watching YouTube instead of mainstream network TV? I don't know, bad parenting? Look, I know this is an aside, but I don't get parents who just sit their kids down with an iPad and just let them go hog wild. Like, I get that being a parent is hard, but you can't just let them use Netflix with a kid's account. You have to leave them to their own devices to watch content made by random people in a, let's be real, most likely unethical fashion. But my point is that YouTube is a completely different place from TV and serves a completely different demographic, that being younger people. TV is still mainly watched by older people, people who most likely don't want to watch or don't care to watch these YouTubers. Younger people either don't watch cable or don't have cable anymore because they realize that these older methods aren't worth having around anymore because they're just not as good as streaming and YouTube. So when these guys are going from YouTube to TV to try to expand their audience, this is who they're expanding their audience to. Boomers, who don't want to watch their content and will likely not watch their YouTube channel if they like the show anyway. And their younger fan base on YouTube, the guys who the network execs greenlit the show assuming they would watch it, they aren't going to watch either because they realize that it's better to just watch their YouTube channel. The show may have a higher budget and more people working on it, but the YouTube channel is free, the videos are shorter and less of a commitment, and they can watch whatever they want. They don't have to stop what they're doing at a specific time and sit down in front of the TV to watch a 22-minute or potentially longer TV show and all of its advertisements. The philosophy doesn't work anymore because it's been proven that there are better ways out there. Like, okay, you know Scott the Woz? Well, there used to be this TV channel called G4. It was essentially the way you watched content on video games and internet stuff before the internet was big. There was stuff like Attack of the Show, which was a variety show talking about video games with parodies and the like. You got Web Soup, which was basically like Equals 3 before Equals 3. Well, they're back now. I think they do live streams and YouTube videos and stuff, but they do have a TV network and are airing shows again. And one of the things they've done is acquire the rights to air Scott the Waz's YouTube videos on TV. Now, this isn't quite like I'd been talking about. It's not new content, it's just old YouTube stuff being played on the TV. But my question is, why would you want to watch Scott the Waz on TV instead of YouTube? After the novelty of watching Scott the Waz on TV wears off, why would you want to watch his stuff on TV instead of on YouTube? They removed all the music from other video games because they couldn't get the rights to it. They have advertisements and minute-long chunks breaking up the episode, and you have to wait to when it's on to watch it on TV, as opposed to watching the episodes whenever you want, wherever you want, in the way they were originally made. I appreciate what they're trying to do, but no one is interested in G4 TV, and the people who are probably already know Scott. This just isn't it. Alright, so think about this for a second. MTV. MTV used to be music television. It was where you went to watch all the music videos for your favorite artists and discover new ones. It was sick. It had these cool bumpers, you got to see cool music videos. Awesome, right? But then YouTube popped up. Suddenly, you could watch any music video you want, by any artist you want, when you want. MTV realized this would be a problem for them, so they got rid of music videos as the channel's main focus and rebranded with new original shows. They tried to keep the music theming slightly by including a bunch of licensed songs in the shows, but as for the music videos, they were basically phased out entirely.
Yes! Now, we all know the web is overflowing with self-pics of people who think they're sexy. You know that song, I'm Sexy and I Know It? He took this photo to explain it. Jamie?
Yes.
Who do you date? Who do you room with? Who do you call the cops on?
Definitely put that guy in jail because that's a really ugly couch in the background.
Oh!
I know that a lot of people complain about this, and yeah, it is kind of dumb that music television doesn't play music videos anymore. But the fact of the matter is that if they didn't make this change, then MTV would have been dead years ago. But the thing is, now, TV as a whole is irrelevant, and phased out. Big budget TV shows are all on streaming. The only thing cable is good for now is shit reality TV. If you want informative content, you check out a video essay on YouTube. You want comedy, you check out a comedy video on YouTube. TV is irrelevant and does nothing for a YouTuber's brand. So now I just say this. A lot of people want YouTubers to be on TV, but why is that? People will comment on YouTubers' videos saying, "Dude, this is so good, it should be on TV." But why is that? If someone can make good content on YouTube, what do they have to gain by being on TV? I feel like YouTube, even if its reputation is growing over the years, is still playing second fiddle to traditional media in a lot of ways. Even though TV is a dying medium, people still ascribe a certain prestige to it that they don't need to. And I don't think that's fair. On YouTube, people are making good content, more often than not all by themselves, and becoming popular without any advertisements and basically all through their own talent. It's a community that is very different from television. It has less restrictions on what you can do than mainstream TV does. You're more free to do what you will, and sponsorships, merch, and Patreon, you can make a very nice living off the platform. In the modern day, most YouTubers have nothing of any real value to gain from being on TV. So if you get the opportunity, ask yourselves, can I do something on this TV show that I can't on YouTube? Will I be able to make better content with this TV show that I couldn't on YouTube? Or am I just falling into the hype of being on TV, and I don't really have anything to gain from it? Hey, video's over. I just had something I wanted to say before I ended it. So in case you don't know, this isn't really what I usually do. These are just videos I shit out really quick to give people something to watch while I work on bigger projects. My last filler video was one on Ryan's World, and that ended up becoming my most popular video with almost 1,000 views, which is pretty embarrassing because I literally shit that video out in a day, but hey, don't stare a gift horse in the mouth. Anyway, I just wanted to let all 10 people who are subscribed to me know that I'm working on a bunch of different videos right now that will all be more effort-filled than this. So if you're interested, then please subscribe. If you like the video, then like. Yeah, thanks for watching.